Hey Moment friends! Andang here for another episode of Train Fever. When we last left off, this was not making any money at all, and so we're getting rid of it. One of the big problems is that this is basically taking over the world. Or at least that's kind of what it's wanting us to think. And so, actually, Alright, so we're going to sell that off, and that's going to make us a ton more money right off the bat. And is that line 12? Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and remove line 12 as well. And I know what you're thinking. It's looking bad. But not really. This happens a lot more than you think. Basically, once this this line stops making enough to provide, because these cities keep upgrading. And so eventually, this line is not going to be able to provide for all these cities all at the same time, and so then we'll be able to add on other stuff, but that's a ways into the future. But it will happen at some point. And we probably could have been making a lot more money this whole time. But that's okay. So now the only things not making us money are that, and kinda that. But everything is making a reasonable amount of money now. Except for maybe line 9. What's line 9 doing? Okay. Well, that's probably because this city... I don't think it's getting goods from anywhere else. Let's see... 14... 0... Yeah, at least... we need to... sell line 9. Buy this replacement. 1, 2, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Set line. It was line 9, I believe. Wasn't it? Yeah, line 9. And let's speed up time. And there we go. And hey, this is getting closer to making us money. So that is definitely good news indeed. But it's definitely still not fast enough. Hey, 40 people. Okay, so this is once again becoming the major hub. Wow, almost a full train there. More than the old ones could actually hold. And there's 90 the other direction. So that's really good. See, line 2 now has 85. See, this is starting to bounce back. It took a few episodes. But we're finally starting to bounce back. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Lagged out there for a second, so I was wanting to make sure that we got it right. And so this just shows that having the right train and having enough money to do what you think you have enough money to do is important. Particularly when you are wanting to make a huge road mess like this. That's the time you really want to make sure. And I think that this will still work, it's just a matter of actually spending the time to make it do what we want it to do. Which we are getting close to that time period, actually. So I think what I'm going to do now is let that line, well actually it's close to being money making. I was going to say I was just going to let that line go for a bit, but actually we might want to go ahead and buy another one. We definitely need to pay back our loan. 66. Not too shabby. $105 the other direction. That is awesome. Oh, there's so many people. Wow, a full train. They didn't even get everybody on there. That's impressive. Where's the next one, I wonder? Okay, it's in the tunnel. Then one there. Okay, so they're going to start to get spread out more, which will help out. Wonder what would have happened if I had this line merging with this one going through this town. It would have been different. But see, now all the tall buildings are right on the edge here. And so instead of growing out, cities will mostly grow up now. And I love how the simulation actually does that, because that's kind of sort of what happens in actuality. Only 19 people in that huge skyscraping apartment. Let's see what the land use is like. Okay, so commercial's still right by the rail. Leisure's off on its own little That's weird that there's taller ones there, but you know, to each his own, I guess. Alright. So the war's not over yet. Hey, 1.3 million. That is good. We can definitely speed up this line now by adding in more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set line 2. And there's 52 people waiting already. Actually, there's not train coming back until here. So we should be good to add in another one. Let's go ahead and do that actually. And these two will space out by the time they get to the tunnel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One time I actually had so many trains going on my route that they actually caused... There we go. They actually caused none of the trains to be able to go because they were all blocking each other, so I had to sell one just to get them all to move again. I actually sold two just so there was enough room. Alright, so actually this town is starting to expand, it looks like, again. So basically, we won't have to upgrade very much stuff anymore. It should all mostly be done because the city's just now going to expand up. And so that's why it was so important to make sure to have everything done right earlier, because otherwise it's just not going to work out. Except for maybe in Dorking, it seems to be running out of space actually. And kinda Stallbridge as well. And so they're mostly focused on leisure now. Their population went way down. But they might not be the biggest city now actually because line 2 ended for a bit there. No, they still are. But not by much. $64, so that's full. 64. I think it might be time to upgrade the trains on this line, but I do want to make sure I have a bit more money, or at least my loan all paid off. Okay. So it's kind of interesting to see which ones are actually upgrading and which ones are not. There we go, took it all. Okay, so let's see. 920 is not making marginal amount of money. Line 9 is obviously not making any money. Line 16 is making 5 million. Line 2 is making 2 million and counting, or 3 million now. Almost 4 million now. That's amazing. And are these trains saturated? Not too much. Yes, full. Not too much. Kind of. Kind of. Kind of. Kind of. Not really at all. Kind of. Yes. Okay. That is kind of weird. I want to get it down to 3 minutes. It needs to be at 3 minutes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Still every 4 minutes. Okay, well. by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So ever since I went into financial trouble, I've been playing these all back, recording these all back to back, which normally I don't do, for Train Fever at least. And I'll be honest, it's kind of nerve-wracking that it's not completely financially viable for that long. Like, that was very terrifying. We are waiting here anyway. 54. So we got this interesting sort of brick and then built on top, which in some cases they just built on top of the buildings that were already there, which was probably not the wisest idea, but it was 1917, so... Can we get to 60? 60. Alright, let's see here. 60. There we go. 62. So eventually people will start, and some people might already be, driving to the station. And so that'll definitely help things out. Because keep in mind, our whole strategy has been not building those public transportation things. And so basically relying entirely upon the fact that people are going to someday have cars. Which has still not happened to the extent we want, probably. People are here. 12 people already here, 13. 20 people are coming back. Let's see if they all get off or not. Yes they did. Which makes sense, since this is the last... Now that I think about it, that makes sense, because they'd be going to here, and then coming... Is it really that long of a way? Anyway, and then coming back to where they just came from. So that wouldn't make that much sense, now that I think about it. Alright, so we're getting close to possibly wanting to redo that again. But that is definitely not until next episode. Let's check it real quick to make sure that, yeah, it's making a ton of money now. So that's good, every 3 minutes. Fantastic. So yeah, next time we will be messing with line 16 and trying to modernize the entire thing. Hopefully that will go well. We will see. But anyway, till next time, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Train Fever. And when we return, we will hopefully upgrade that line and do all sorts of other stuff. But till then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.